Highway 76 claimed the life of a 62-year-old woman from Wauwatosa, Missouri. There in Ozark County. The Highway Patrol says she went off the road in her pickup truck and hit a tree, then died at a local hospital. Her name not yet made public. Well, a nearly $9 million project that got approved this week by the Joplin City Council will revamp Ewart Park. The Splash Park should be ready by next August, plus an ice ribbon skating rink should be ready by Christmas of 2026. Speaking of Joplin, a friendly heads up for drivers. Tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., Main Street will be closed from 4th to 7th. It's for a community event hosted by James River Church. Your news is a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections, and they're paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today. LibertyTreeGuns.com. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 85. Increasing clouds tonight. Lows dropping down to the mid-60s. Showers likely for Saturday with highs in the low 80s. Storms overnight Saturday. More rain on Sunday. And then rain continues into Monday as we see highs in the mid-80s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing clouds over the 4 states right now.
61 in Wentworth, 61 in Pittsburgh, 63 in Joplin. Sign up for severe weather alerts. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we're featuring Austin from Joplin.
To the flag and reaches to America, and the student puts the to sing, religion, honor God, and just for all.
Great job, Austin! And if you want your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, then go to the KIX website. There on the main page is a button you can hit that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 15 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
$1,852.50, and it could be yours if you can be calling number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is.
Here's Scotty McCreery
On the 4 states number 1 for cash.
KIX 102.5.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, friends. Happy Friday.
Is France watching?
Yeah.
Oui, oui.
Wee wee. Morning, Megan, Christy, Jimmy, Sarara, Melissa, good morning. Bryson, good morning. Thomas, good morning over on TikTok.
Morning.
And YouTube. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing today?
Oh, wow. I haven't seen my brother in a while. Today is his birthday. There's a picture of him. It's about as good of a picture as the family's ever been able to get of him because he hates pictures. Mm-hmm. That's my brother.
Oh, he looks happy.
Yeah, but it just doesn't, I mean, you see the resemblance?
No.
You know? Yeah.
Not at all.
It's because he's adopted, but yeah, anyway. Wow, he's changed some. I wish I had pictures. I do have at home. I've got pictures of me and him when we're younger and stuff because he looked like an Italian pimp. TikTok
really?
Shop. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Gucci loafers and I mean these weird like Chess King jackets and stuff, you know. And he was. I borrowed clothes from him all the time because he had so much nicer clothes than I ever did.
He had great style.
Yeah, he did.
Christy says, it's Friday, so I'm ready for the weekend.
Did you guys see our y'all ain't gonna believe this news story?
Yes, go look at it. Go watch the video.
Hey, guys, share that thing when you, if you like them, share them. Like them and share them. We really appreciate it. But if you think that was pretty awesome, share it on your page. We'd really love that. Okay.
And today's is super awesome.
I think so. So it's the story of the woman who got impaled by a metal rod in her butt.
In her butt.
Okay. And yeah, it's that kind of cringeworthy story, but it's not quite quite as bad as you would think, because not there.
Yeah.
It was in the left buttock.
But still, cheek.
Yeah. No, it's in the buttock.
Okay.
In the left
I thought
buttock.
The buttock was the whole thing.
Yeah, it was in the buttock. No, the buttock, there was a left buttock and a right buttock.
I thought a buttock is the whole thing, and then
no.
cheek.
No. The buttock. The buttock
Oh,
is
don't do
the
that with
muscular.
your hand while you're describing stuff.
There's
You don't need to do
the
that.
left buttock
Oh my
and
gosh,
the right
Randy.
buttock. Those are separate from one another.
Okay, and
The
don't.
buttock,
What are you doing with? You got to stop with the hands.
The buttock. Oh, the hands is what's bad?
Yeah, that's bad.
Not the word. Buttock.
I mean, I don't necessarily like
Buttock.
that word either.
Imagine a
but-
clock that didn't go TikTok. It went buttock.
Buttock.
Buttock, buttock, buttock.
But you can check out the full story in the video on our Facebook page.
Like it and share it. Like it and share it. Like it
Yes,
and share it.
please. Morning, Dustin.
And I was able to get all of the things into the story today. So started it right, ended it
Does it have
close to
music?
right, and had music behind it.
Did it have music
Yes.
though? I don't remember.
Yeah, you didn't hear that? I was like, oh, we did it. I was celebrating over here. Jim was oblivious.
I was super oblivious, I guess. Hold on, let's find out. I've got to unmute.
So they
12
estimate
things.
between all the shares.
It did.
See there?
It did.
Got the music. So between all the shares of the interview that we put up yesterday, there are quite a few shares. I mean, like we're getting in 10, 20.
There's 18.
Huh?
18.
No, I mean from other people's pages. It's including that because
18 is the full amount that we've gotten.
okay, I knew it was close to 20. That there's been like almost 50 likes or so.
Awesome.
on that, yeah.
Good.
So I wondered because there's a couple that shared from the other pages, but it still comes back.
But it still
to
comes
us,
back.
yeah.
We get all the stuff for it. My daughter passed her 4-hour test to be accepted into the nursing program at MSSU.
Congratulations,
That's awesome, Melissa. Was this Martina?
Who?
Ooh, Christine sent me a video. Is this Copy?
Copy. She has a cat named Copy.
Oh, Christine. Oh, look at them. Okay, they're just sniffing each other's butts right now. No. And now Copy's walking away. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, Christine. He is so cute. Thank you for sharing it, Megan. So how was your night?
Did I have one?
Did you have a night? I hope you had a night.
I did. We ended up, our friends that normally come over on Thursdays weren't there because one of them's in, they drove to California on vacation, him and his wife, which to me sounds like an amazing bucket list trip of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
My wife would find it torture, some sort of cruel punishment.
Yes, same.
But to me, think of all the experiences and things you would see and experience. Literally, this United States that we live in, you would get to experience all the way across it. To me,
In a car.
in a car, but a comfortable car, and maybe not drive 12 hours a day, maybe drive 6 or 7, stop a lot, stay at a hotel, spend the evening,
I hate doing that. I
go
just
in
want to
like
get to
at
where we're
3
going.
o'clock. I love that. That is the American road trip. It's been part of our culture since the 1930s.
See, Kyle loves it too. And that used to be an issue for us because when we would go anywhere, he'd want to stop along the way and explore. And I'd be like, no, I
That's
want to get there.
How you create memories and
can
these
create
things
memories
that
when you
you
get
go
there.
back and can revisit later that you have done and seen. And she's never seen the Grand Canyon. And one of my lifelong goals is to be able to take her. She'd never been to the ocean,
Really?
before she met me. And so that was one of our first vacations, and she loved it. But she has to trust me in these things, and it's hard to when she's not experienced them herself, even
Right.
though we've been married almost 30 years. So I've tried to get her to let's go to the Grand Canyon. We'll stay there. We'll turn around. We'll come back, whatever. And it's the going and coming that she hates. She doesn't realize there are a million things to see and experience between here and there. And if you do it right, and we've done it the other way, where you drive, we went to St. Pete's, Florida one time, and I think I drove almost 30 hours.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Straight through. Gina drove some of that, but most of it I drove just to get there so that we can experience the place and spend most of our time there. But there is a lot to experience between there and there if you do it right. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 712.
Sunshine today with a high near 85. It is 63 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weekend's forecast in about 15 minutes.
And we're just 8 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
Yeah. A lot of money, $1,852.50 if you can be caller number 5 at 720 and tell us, what is the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Rodney Atkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the farmer's daughter.
It's the 4 states number 1 for cash.
KIX 102.5.
I don't know.
I'm trying to left field.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd I do earlier? So,
Bryson says, I've driven from San Francisco back to Miami one time. It was beautiful. Or back to Miami one time. It was beautiful, but I'd rather fly from now on.
sure.
10,000%.
Now, especially if your goal is getting there quickly, don't do that. There's no way I would want to drive straight through to the Grand Canyon. I think the idea is driving to the Grand Canyon over about 3 days and then spending a couple of days at the Grand Canyon seeing it because, I mean, honestly, it's awe-inspiring. It's amazing. You will not hardly be able to breathe the first time you see it. Now, half an hour later, you're going to be going, can we go eat? Or, after that, it begins to lose its impact. The ocean is the same way. When you first see it, you're like, and your brain tries to cope. But the way the brain copes is by not coping. So it's going to put that in a compartment for later. And then you begin to move on.
Right.
And so the same thing with the Grand Canyon. So a couple of days, maybe take the train tour, do that, have a nice dinner, enjoy the hotel, maybe go out on the walkway and everything the next day, and then go home. But the deal is stop along the way. Plan your route to where you can see a lot of things. Go through Colorado so you can experience the mountains. Maybe stop off at, some of the peak areas or Mesa Verde or something like that in southwestern Colorado on your way there.
But not everyone has a boatload of vacation days to spend.
It's true. That's why I'm
road
saying
tripping like that.
Maybe 3 days there, a couple days.
If you've got 5 days of vacation.
Okay, 3 days going, 2 days there, 2 days back. You're going to have the weekend too, both weekends, so you can do more than 5 days. 5 weekdays, but if you left on a Saturday, drove Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I mean stop a lot. And that's what my friend has done that wasn't there last night. I've seen their picture, what do they call it, flush or upload? Their picture dump, their photo dump.
Yeah.
They've stopped at everything along the way, and it looks so cool. I'm very, very jealous of it.
I don't think I have the patience for it. Like when we drove to Seattle for my best friend's wedding, I wanted to rip my hair out.
I think that's the problem, is you're focused on the destination, the final destination.
Well, because we didn't have the time to not, you know.
And there are trips where you have to do it that way. I totally get it. But I think you need to be focused on the trip. What can we do? Where can we go? What can we stop to make this more interesting? And there are so many things. Dodge City, Kansas, stop and go to Boot Hill. I know, but Boot Hill is
growing
an experience.
up in Wichita, Dodge City.
Right. It really is. I've been there I haven't been there since I was about 8, I think. Yeah. But I remember Boot Hill multiple times. I got a crush on one of the saloon girls one time when I was like 6 or 7. And she had signed a little picture of her. And I fixated on that the whole trip. But anyway, there's that. There's all these kitschy little things that are interesting.
Sure.
That if you lived in that area, you better believe you'd be going to see that. So take advantage of that. What my parents did when we went on our cross-country road trip is they went through AAA and got a triptych. So a triptych used to be a thing where it would plan your route out according to interests rather than quickness. So they would steer you through certain communities and areas.
Candy Jan! Candy Jan! Thank you, Candy Jan.
She's going to be calling here in a second.
Thank you, Matt.
And they would plan it according to sites and roadside attractions and things. Candy Jan! Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. How are you feeling today? How's that sciatic nerve doing?
Well, I was off all week.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying trying to get better. They gave me pain pills and muscle relaxers.
Did it work?
And anyway, it's somewhat better, so I decided I'd try today at work because there's only one doctor,
Yeah.
and it won't be such a crazy day as any other day.
Right.
Right.
So, back to work.
All right. Well, be careful.
Yes,
You
please be
baby
careful.
that. Remember, lift with your legs.
If you can. That sciatic nerve.
Try.
All right. Well, have a good weekend. Thanks, Candy Jan.
Bye, Jan. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
So, I mean, there is so much, though. Mount Rushmore, especially when you get up around Yellowstone area. Oh, my gosh. You can spend 2-3 days and not see everything.
Okay, I will say, Wyoming, we stopped in Wyoming to get gas and food and all that good stuff, and I loved Wyoming. It was stunning.
But don't you feel like you were missing out on
Beautiful.
so much because you were in such a rush?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because, again, like my best friend got married, and she was like 20 minutes away from the ocean. I'd never seen the ocean before. We didn't even have time to go to the ocean to see it. Not even a 20-minute window.
It was
to
in
do that.
Seattle, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So when you
Well, a little out of Seattle, but yeah.
when you
close
come into Seattle on the south side, if you're going into Seattle proper, it's at an elevated height. So, Mount Rainier is over here to the right, and then but you are up above, and you can see Seattle spread out below you, and you can see Mount Rainier over here, and right over there is the ocean.
Yeah, we were that close.
Could you see it?
Nope.
You could not see it? How
Not
did you
where
not?
we were.
I
Again, we were just a little outside of Seattle.
remember coming in from the airport is so far away from Seattle proper that we had to take a bus into where our hotel
Secret
was.
sound, let's do it.
Okie doke. Y'all ready? KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Well, I don't know what that was. Let's try that again.
Put a leash on that thing.
Sunshine today, high near 85. It is 63 in Joplin.
And we'll take a look at the weekend's forecast in just 6 minutes, tell you what it's going to be like when it's going to rain.
But let's see if we can give away some cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We have $1,852.50 up for grabs.
And it could be yours if you can be caller number 5 at 417-623-1025.
And tell us, what is this sound?
Ooh.
What is it?
What do you think? 623-1025. Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win.
From the 4 states #1 for cash.
That was weird. I had no voice for a second there.
I loved it. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1. Keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2. Keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3. Keep trying.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4. Keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX. Who is this?
This is Mike.
Mike, where are you from?
Miami.
Mike from Miami.
You were caller number 5.
All right, Mike. We've got $1,852.50 that could be yours.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Is it maybe a garbage disposal?
He says a garbage
For
disposal.
$1,852.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Mike, making it $1,877.50.
And give you another chance to guess win Monday morning at 7:20.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Yeah, Utah is gorgeous too. We also drove through Utah on the way up there.
Well, you got to go through the right part, too. I mean, especially Utah, Nevada, Painted Desert is unbelievable. The Petrified Forest. There are so many things. You've got to strategically route yourself so that each minute or hour, you've got another thing to see, another thing
You
to
got
do.
a minute 20.
It really makes for a very fulfilling, gratifying vacation. And the American road trip used to be this. You know, that's what all of these things were designed around, was the American road trip. And my wife, this was never part of her childhood or culture, so she doesn't get it.
And maybe that's part of what it is too, because my family, we went to Colorado every single summer, but we did not stop. Like, we stopped like maybe once along the way for breakfast. And then the second time we stopped is right outside the mountains for pizza, and that was tradition. And that was it.
My parents were, they were children of they grew up in the 40s. They were both born in the 30s. They're
Morning, Frederick.
Very, very old. And so they were part of that Route 66 American culture where you go do the trip across the U.S. That's just something you do. You go see. And they had done this long before I was born. I mean, Dad was stationed in the Navy in Corpus Christi. They drove down into Mexico, like every month or so, to go shopping and to do stuff down there. And it was a totally different Mexico at that time in the 50s.
All right, 8 seconds.
It was a lot more tribal back then, based on what they'd say. Yeah. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Mike from Miami.
You were caller number 5.
All right, Mike. We've got $1,852.50 that could be yours.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Is it maybe a garbage disposal?
He says a garbage disposal.
For $1,852.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Mike, making it $1,877.50.
And give you another chance to guess to win Monday morning at 7:20.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry? This is Randy and Janet, Morning Kicks.
Hi, this is Brett Double D.
What's up, Brett?
Caller number 5.
Oh, no, we've already had our 5th caller, and they already made their guess incorrectly, fortunately, because that means our jackpot goes up to $1,877.50. But you got another chance to be caller number 5 on Monday at 7:20.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
You say Double D?
Double D.
Mr. Double D?
Scotland Yard. Is that Frederick?
Yeah, it is.
Is that like Scotland Yard, but a little different? Sarah says we're going to fly to Bangor, Maine and road trip down the coast and fly home from Philly. That, to me, sounds amazing. And again, there are so many of these seaside communities. And New England up there around the Maine area is like a whole other country.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like a different language. In fact, they speak so different. Their culture's so different. It's very, very different from that. That to me is immersion experience,
When I was in college, me and my roommates all drove to Michigan over spring break just because.
Awesome.
And there was this super cute little town right off of Lake Michigan, and it was just like picturesque.
Yeah.
Like just so like bright colors and well maintained, and everyone was just so friendly. It was kind of like being in another world, like you said. It was bizarre.
The way that our national park system is set up across the United States, you shouldn't have to drive more than an hour or so before you come to something. That's national park wise. If you plan your route accordingly.
So what's the closest national park to here? The closest one?
Mark Twain National Forests, of course, all across the Missouri. We've got them all over the place. I think the closest one to us would probably be the Boston mountains south of us.
Okay.
Or unless you go over to South Central Missouri, the Mark Twain National Forest, which it doesn't sound like that big of a thing to go see. It doesn't sound like it would be that impactful.
Right.
I took my wife I don't think she'd ever been through that area. Yeah, it's Christine. Hi there, morning. Nope. Through that area before, even though she'd grown up 30 miles away from it. 50 miles away from it. She had never been to that area. And so we went driving through there. And I used to spend days every week I was over there in that area. And even though that I got us not lost, but I didn't know where I was. I couldn't find the thing I was looking for.
But that's not being lost.
Well, it had been 30, 40 years since I'd been there. But it's breathtaking. Literally, you'll drive through some of these areas and just open mouth at the vistas, and you don't realize that we've got mountains like that in Missouri. Over around Eminence, Missouri, Van Zandt, Ava, those areas in South Central Missouri. Again, you know how it is when you're in Branson. You see those big hills and And really, they've done so much construction and everything in that area that it's taken away some of that. But there's even bigger ones and a lot more beautiful. You're down in the middle of all that stuff over around those areas that I was talking about.
Bryson says, it's crazy how much times it's changed. My grandparents used to load my mom and her siblings up and drive to California every year. I remember mom saying they'd stop at the roadside picnic areas, and that's where they'd sleep at night on the picnic tables in the bed of the truck.
All the time. So we used to inevitably, one of the things my mom would do when we'd stop at night at the motel is she would go buy groceries for the next day's lunch. We had a cooler. So, and they always had a fridge in the motel, you know, so she would buy bread and whatever we were going to have for the picnic. And then that morning, while everybody else was getting ready, she would make lunch for that day, put in the cooler, and then we'd stop whenever at wherever place, roadside park or a picnic area or something, and eat lunch. That was always that way. And I imagine it made it way more affordable than going to a fast food place.
I'm sure.
And yeah, or we'd eat out of and I remember going, especially Colorado, many times in Dad's old truck with a camper shell and us living, me and my brother, in the back of the camper shell. But oftentimes it was just the back of the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of eating out, I had a less than stellar experience at a local restaurant yesterday.
Okay, yes, she did. So this is crazy, the lack of service. And this is, I think, part of the Joplin Four States culture. There is a service deficiency in this area, from service industry all the way across. And I don't know why this is a thing. Parenting is what I blame it on.
I don't know, or just really bad hiring, or I don't know. So I have really been into salads lately, specifically salads that have fruit on them.
We've had to go get her out of a cup.
That's what I love right now. And so there's been one place where I've been consistently going and getting salads from, and I'm like, okay, they're going to start knowing your name and your order if you keep this up, Jen. And so I was like, okay, I'll go to this other place and get a salad. And so I called them, and a woman answers the phone and goes, hello? Just sounds really confused. And so my immediate thought is, oh, I've called someone's personal phone or something. And I asked if it was the restaurant. And as I'm asking, is this the restaurant? She goes, hello? Like, now she's like annoyed with me. And I was like, hello? And she goes, yes. Can you hear me? And I'm like, what is going on? And so she says hello again. And I ask again if she can hear me, if it's the restaurant. And finally, she says it is. And then that's it. And so I'm just sitting here on the phone like, oh my gosh, this lady has zero customer service, anything. She's given me nothing. And so I was like, can I place an order for carryout, please? She doesn't say anything. I just hear the, shuffling around. And she gives the phone to somebody else, and this guy takes my order. And then it's a non-issue. I go to the restaurant to pick up my salad, and this woman is the one behind the register. I walk up to the register, and she just stares at me. Doesn't welcome me to the restaurant, nothing. What can I do for you? Nothing. So I tell her I'm here to pick up a to-go order. She gets it for me. I pay. Doesn't say have a great day, thanks for shopping, nothing like that. I get back to work with my salad yesterday. They had given me a spoon for my salad. A spoon. I don't know about you, but I cannot eat a salad with a spoon. So it was just such a disappointing experience all the way around yesterday. We're not going down. I'm putting in another song.
Good, thank you. Because I'd forgotten to get ready.
But it was just the weirdest thing. And what's wild to me is this is not the first restaurant that I've called who answers their phone like this.
Yeah, what is going on? And how old was this person, would you estimate?
Younger than me.
Okay, I think this is part of a younger culture thing where young people are having a harder and harder time understanding phone etiquette.
I guess.
They don't know how to talk on the phone. We see it all the time when people call and we'll be having a conversation and they'll literally just quit talking.
Stop.
They forget. They don't know how to have a phone conversation.
Sarah says, I called the restaurant to place an to-go order and they asked me to call back in 15 minutes because the waitresses were all busy. No, I'm going to go somewhere else then.
Yeah, this is, again, service industry.
Right.
Your job is to provide service. These people who are concierge, who are maitre d's,
Hostesses,
that your job is to provide service. You're not doing your job. You're not fulfilling your role. You're deficient. So therefore, something needs to be done.
Right. And I don't know if she was just having a really bad day and taking it out on I don't know. But could you imagine if everybody who was having a bad day or an off day behaved like that in their workplace, you know? I don't know that I want to say the restaurant, at least not on here.
Yeah. Okay.
It should not be that hard to answer the phone and just say,
"Hi, this is..."
"Thank you for calling Bluety Blue. How can I help you?" Not just "Hello?" And like, I don't know why she was so confused and then so abrasive about it. "Hello? Sorry for calling." If she had stayed on the phone and not turned it over to the guy who was fine, I'm sure I would have been like, never mind, and just gotten my salad where I've been getting my salad from. And the salad was mid at best, you know, which makes it even more disappointing. You go and you're expecting something really good, and it's just kind of... Megan says, had lunch at Bricktown yesterday. That place never disappoints. Never. Bricktown's always good. Greg says, tell him you'll pick up your food and then pay when you feel like you have a little more money. Yeah. So, yeah, that was my experience. And I've eaten at a different chain of this restaurant in Manhattan when I lived there, and it was great. Never had any issues with it.
Now, I will do this. I'll say when I've got a restaurant that does poor service like that, I'll give them a second chance.
Yeah.
Because it could be just that particular employee for whatever reason. We were talking earlier, you know, that when we went down here to Old Chicago, we've always, and Gina and I go there a lot, but we've always had great service. They are some of the best service in town. Until the one day we had the lady who messed up everybody's order, and it took like 50 minutes to get our food. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
We'll find out when I'm watching for Jen's movie Rehab right after Sam Hunt.
On KIX 102.5. And we knew something was going on. We kept asking her. I was like, it's been 40 minutes, you know, or we're just checking. Is our food coming in? It's coming. It's on its way out. Well, she kept coming back every 5 minutes saying, I promise, guys, it's on its way. They're having trouble back there. And it wasn't they were having trouble back there. She wasn't turning in any of her orders. And the reason we know this is because the floor manager, so eventually what happened is she walked out. Didn't tell anybody, I'm leaving, I'm quitting or anything. She just at one point walked out. Took a whole bunch of tip money and change money with her when she left. Yikes. So they had to call the police and said she'd been having some sort of problems over the past week. They'd been having a lot of trouble with her.
Yeah.
So who knows what this was. And this could happen to anybody. They made it right. They came out and... Did they discount I can't remember what they did price-wise for us, but the lady came around and explained to each person, very sorry. You know, she messed up our order. We had ordered a personal pizza to split between the two of us, and they brought us like a great big pizza in addition to that, messed up our drinks. It was crazy, the mess. Certain people we're seeing sitting across from us weren't getting their food, or they were getting other people's food. And so, yeah, it was a mess, but we still went back there because we realized this is not traditional culture for that place.
Right.
That was a fluke. And you got to be willing to give a place a second chance, I think so. On the off chance that it may be that sort of situation.
Right.
But second time, fool me once, you know.
Oh, Megan, I'm sorry your legs and hip are hurting. We'll make it down another time. We'll see each other soon. You just get to feeling better. Frederick says anyone can have a bad day. However, you only get one chance to make a first good impression, and the service category is harsh sometimes. And I've been there. I've been a waitress before. I know how bad it can suck. But I also know that The folks who are there to have a good time and a good meal,
That's your job.
And it's your job to help facilitate that. Like, could
And then
you
they
imagine,
wonder why they don't get tips, or good tips.
Right. Could you imagine, Randy, if we showed up every day and just had a terrible attitude the entire time and we're just awful to everybody?
Some of us can.
Okay. I mean, it's just, that's not what we're here for.
No.
And
I mean, it is painful when you put up with that, but that's an entitlement mentality. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine today, a high near 85. It is 63 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in about 25 minutes.
And in the next hour, we want to know, what do you do to pass the time while you're on the toilet?
623-1025. I mean, there's a new study that shows we spend as much as a third, almost, I don't know, depending on what your diet is.
Oh, no.
So we're wanting to know, what do you do to waste time while you're in there spending all this time on the toilet?
623-1025 to call or text or tell us on Facebook.
Plus, we're going to be finding out who is the winner of the KIX Brothers Osborne ticket VIP giveaway with Buffalo Run Casino and Resort for next Friday night.
And then don't forget, that's the 4-packet tickets, the overnight stay at the hotel, and the $100 food credit for the night of the show.
And we're going to find out that winner at 7:50.
But first, we got to find out what I'm watching this weekend for...
This is where we assigned Jen a movie to watch over the weekend, because before she'd come to KIX, she had seen very few movies.
I was very deficient, and so I am being rehabilitated.
Almost like a vitamin deficiency, but this is way, way worse because it affects all of us.
So I'm assigned a movie to watch over the weekend, and then I come back on Monday, I rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
So, I mean, some of these movies you've not even heard of before, right?
That's right, yeah.
And the rest of us are going, what? How is that possible? Like the one we're assigning you today, Robert Redford, who unfortunately passed this last week from us. We thought we would assign a Robert Redford movie, and you've only seen one, and that was one that we assigned you.
That's true, yeah,
The Natural. So we thought we'd assign you his most iconic film of all time.
Which is?
The Sting.
Sting, like the singer?
See?
I have no idea.
She has no idea.
Hornet, a bee?
No. So it's from out of 1973. It's an American caper film that was set back in the 1930s.
Wait, what's a caper film?
Kind of a
doing?
Keystone Cops almost like thing, but
okay.
It's not like that. It involves this complicated plot. You're going to have to pay attention to get this, okay?
Okay.
But you will appreciate it. It's these two professional grifters, Johnny Hooker, played by Robert Redford, who teams up with an old pro, Henry Gondor, played by Paul Newman, to take revenge on the ruthless crime boss responsible, Doyle Lonigan, played by Robert Shaw. And then Hooker and Gondor set off about implementing this elaborate scheme so crafty that Lonigan won't even know that he's been swindled. And that's the sting.
Okay.
You've heard of a sting operation, haven't you?
Yeah. I've heard of that one for sure.
Well, as their big con unfolds, things don't go according to plan, require some last-minute improvisation by the undaunted duo. It plays out in sections that are introduced by these old-fashioned title cards in a style reminiscent of the Saturday Evening Post or old soundless movies,
Yeah.
It's noted for its use of ragtime, particularly the melody The Entertainer by Scott Joplin, and it produced a Billboard-topping soundtrack and a top 10 single, The Entertainer.
Okay,
Unbelievable.
what is that?
You know The Entertainer.
Do I?
No,
Oh, okay, yeah, I do know that.
Okay. The film's success created a resurgence of interest in Joplin's work. The reason you know that melody is because of this movie.
And this has nothing to do with the town of Joplin.
Not at all. Scott Joplin, that was just his last name.
Okay.
So The Sting was a critical and commercial success, hugely successful at the 46th Academy Awards. It won 7 of its 10 Oscar nominations. Wow. Yeah. And it was selected for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being relevant, significant, and all that stuff.
So is it a funny movie or is it a serious movie?
It's a serious, funny movie.
Okay.
It's got funny parts all through it. It does. It's rated PG, and you can, of course, pay through the nose to watch it because streaming services no longer allow you to watch movies for free that are of any worth.
Right. So I'm going to watch Good Will Hunting over the weekend, and then I'll come back on Monday.
You are not watching Good Will Hunting. You had your chance.
Fine, I'll watch The Sting over the weekend, and then I'll come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
With Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
What is wrong with me? KIX 102.5. Why didn't I?
I don't know.
I don't know what that was all about.
Greg says, what's crazy is if I'm paying $100 usually every time we eat out at a restaurant for a family of 4, the least you can do is make sure your employees are decent enough to say, hey, we're super busy right now. If you could give me just a minute, I'll be right with you.
I am more than willing to accommodate shortcomings when it's communicated to me. That, again, is service, basic service.
Right.
Another place I feel like the service industry falls flat is, and Greg made me think of this because he works in the construction industry, but the construction industry, it is nothing for a contractor to not show up, to not call you back, to not communicate. I'm having a little bit of an issue right now with my roofers. So they have one part of the roof left to do. And the roofer communicated to me, we're going to come back this following Monday and put in this final piece of flashing for you. They did not show on Monday. They did not call me. They did not communicate with me. I'm more than a little irritated.
Yeah.
I also need an itemized list of the job for insurance purposes. I communicated that to him. He said, I'll get that to you next week.
Ooh,
There's
I wouldn't
been
like that
nothing.
at all.
So we're getting ready to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, what's going on? You know, well, I didn't hear from you. You didn't call. You said you were coming on this day and you didn't show. It's like their schedule gets busy, so therefore everything else has to halt around them. But should they need to communicate to the customer? No. It's just, well, this happened to me. And screw you, essentially.
Did you already give them money?
Yeah, that's the deal.
There you go.
Well, they got the vast amount of it done. They did such a good job. I was so happy. This is considered okay in that industry. That's the way they function. It's the way they operate. And it is so wrong. Nobody gets it.
Have you called them too and they haven't called you back? Or no, you're just waiting on them?
No, I thought I would give 4 or 5 days to see what happened. You know, maybe something did happen.
Sure.
But the lack of communication is really irritating too. So today I am first going to text him and then we'll begin the phone call blitz. I totally believe they're going to take care of it, that there's something wrong. Based on the way these guys worked and operated. Yeah, well, it's not all contractors though, Melissa. I know.
Morning, Daniel. I don't know who that is,
Well, Janet, I did call a number of roofing companies. And I'm not going to say I called that one, but I'm not going to say I didn't. None of them with the exception of one, which is not that one, called me back even. And
Isn't
I
that crazy?
spoke with their offices and they'd be like, we'll be calling you to help set up an appointment for a estimate. Not one. And I mean, you go through the list of contracting roofers that you know, I called them. Not one of them called me back. Why? Too busy? I don't know. Or, you know, and I would have rather had that. Hey, we are too covered up with jobs right now. We're not going to be able to accommodate your work. What the heck?
Why? I don't understand why that's just not common courtesy to communicate those things.
I had an electrician once, and we went round and round for 3 weeks of me calling, trying to get him and him rescheduling appointments or just blow me off. I literally sat there one day for 3 hours waiting on him.
Wow.
Texting him and him saying, I'm coming. He got late with the job, but he would not communicate to me, hey, I'm late. So there I am sitting. He's supposed to be here at 2:00. He's not shown up. And then I would have to reach out. When the customer has to reach out for communication, that is a failure.
Agreed. Hey, we got to call the winner.
Yeah.
That's on you. You get to pick them.
Okay. I've got to find the program first. Oh, guys, by the way, we have tickets to a show that's happening at the Cornell Complex next weekend, next Friday night. You want to tell them about that while I'm doing this?
So Cassie Joy is going to be at the Green Place at the Cornell Complex on Friday night. Cassie Joy is a Kansas City native, and she was on The Voice as well. She is one of very few people who can say she had a 4-chair turn. And if you watch The Voice, you know that is a very prestigious honor because that is not something that happens for everybody. That actually is very, very rare. So she has this incredible voice, and she actually just announced that she is pregnant as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've got that going on.
So she's going to be in concert there, and we've got a pair of tickets if somebody wants them.
Yeah, if you want to go check out some live country music next week.
First person that comments joy in the comments is going to win them. Okay, ready?
Will you tell me who it is?
Tell who?
Tell me who the winner is. I can't see their name. It's all on.
I
app.
will. Let me start dialing. Call this in from Joplin. Dan, is Michelle there? Hello? Hello? What the heck?
That was weird.
Okay, we're going to just go on then. Here, I've got another number. We'll pick another winner. Just don't have time for that. Hi, is this Miranda?
It is.
Miranda, what you doing?
I am with my 4-month-old.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
congratulations.
We hope it's yours and not one that you
assuming at
stole
least.
from somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird when
Definitely not.
people just call you up and say, "What you doing?" Right? Well, the reason we're asking is because we want to make sure your schedule's clear, at least for September 26th.
Oh,
Because you have just won our VIP package to see Brothers Osborne at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort.
my God.
Miranda, check this out, too. You've got 4 tickets plus an overnight hotel stay there at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort and $100 food credit for the night of the show.
That is incredible.
Even the baby thinks it's awesome.
He's going to think it's awesome to hang out with his grandparents.
Just tells he's a Forsyth Concert Connection.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. KIX 102.5.
Awesome, Miranda. Okay,
Love it.
I don't think... hold on, let me see what else we need from you, Miranda, so I can get you off here. All I need is something to write on. Hold on. I need your birth date. And I believe that's it. I've got your address, your number, and everything here. So
Email?
yeah, it's already there.
Okay.
All you have to do is go to the will call desk that night and tell them your name and tell them you're the VIP winner, and they will hook you up with everything. If you want to call a little early before you go down there to make arrangements for the stay that night, the hotel stay and everything is for the night of the show, so that you don't have to do any driving or anything after the show or deal with the traffic or any of that leaving.
That'll be really nice.
You just get to walk right over and stay at the hotel. It's going to be awesome.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Enjoy the show.
Have a great time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Okay.
Sorry, I botched that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where?
I'll wait through it.
See it botched.
Yeah, if you want the Cassie Joy tickets, just type the word out Joy, and they are yours.
I don't know what the deal was with that guy or why he was answering her phone.
I don't
or
know.
whatever was going on, but we tried.
Morning, Vivian.
Okay, let's get this fixed first.
Yeah, this is a stellar VIP package. I would love it if we could do more giveaways like this. It's a great deal.
Miranda?
It is.
Miranda, what you do? What you doing, creeper?
Mm-hmm. And she was a Valentine's baby. Did you see that?
Do what?
Valentine's baby, 214.
Oh, okay. Okay. We hope it's yours and not from somewhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kind of weird.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not.
Kind of weird when...
Yeah.
Well, the reason we're asking is...
Oh.
Because
Yes. What? Yes.
because you have just won our VIP.
Oh my God.
Miranda, check this out, too. You've got 4...
That is incredible.
Even the
Oh my gosh.
even the baby thinks it's awesome.
He's gonna think it's awesome to hang out with his grandparents.
Just tell C's before it's gone.
It's awesome. I don't know what that means. Hang out with his I guess the grandparents.
The grandparents are going to watch him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's gonna think
Yeah.
Looks like we're on for the Veterans Day Parade again this year.
he's gonna think it's
What?
We're on for the Veterans Day Parade again this year.
We are?
Yep.
Why makes you say that?
Because the guy emailed me asking if we wanted to do it again this year, and Mark and Chris said yes.
Well, it's somebody else's turn to do it.
KIX 102.5.
Morning, Scott.
I always end up doing that. That and the Joplin Run, the race thing, I end up, for some reason, getting stuck with those.
You did that one last year because you weren't at Maple Leaf Fest. Remember?
I did what one?
You did the run because there was another one that you couldn't be at.
The Maple Leaf Fest is in the fall.
So it wasn't that one. Then.
No.
But there was something else you couldn't be at.
Yeah.
And so that was the border.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, a high near 85. It is 63 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weekend's forecast along with 4 states news in just 7 minutes.
And in the next hour, we're talking about toilet tasking.
There's a new study that shows you spend a large portion of your life sitting on the toilet.
So what do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet? I'm sure you don't just sit there.
Well, maybe you plot someone's downfall.
I feel like back in the old days before we had like phones and stuff, we'd read the back of shampoo bottles, you know?
I used to get a music. There's a company called Sweetwater that I get all my music stuff from. I mean, I have a personal representative and everything that I contact and everything.
Right.
But they would send a catalog out, you know, and it was like a toy wish book with a kid. And those would sit on the back of the toilet because that's what I looked at going through.
Just
and
music?
I want that, and I want that, and I want that.
So what do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
But we've been getting people signed up all week long for this special VIP package to go see Brothers Osborne next Friday night at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort.
So this is a really good reason to have the KIX app because one, it's free, and then two, you've got a chance to do great giveaways like this one.
Yeah, that are totally separate from anything that we do on air.
I mean, listen to this. A 4-pack of tickets, an overnight stay at the hotel, $100 food credit for the night of the show. Like, it's massive.
Awesome package. And all you had to do was get signed up. So let's see who our winner is now. We ready to call him?
Let's do it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Do, 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 do,
Do, do, do, do, do, do. I hope they hear this when they answer the phone.
Hello.
Hi, is this Miranda?
It is.
Miranda, what you doing?
I am with my 4-month-old.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
congratulations.
We hope it's yours and not one
I'm
that
assuming
just
at least.
stole from somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, definitely mine.
Kind of weird when people just call you up and say, what you doing, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason we're asking is because we want to make sure your schedule's clear, at least for September 26th.
Oh, yes.
Because you have just won our VIP package to see Brothers Osborne at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort.
Oh, my God.
Miranda, check this out, too. You've got 4 tickets plus an overnight hotel stay there at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort and $100 food credit for the night of the show.
That is incredible. Oh, my gosh.
Even the baby thinks it's awesome.
He's going to think it's awesome to hang out with his grandparents.
Just tells he's a 4 States Concert Connection.
KIX 102.5.
Yeah.
I should have caught that.
Morning, Kenda. Kenda says the toilet is the new phone booth.
Yep. Kind of is.
Morning, Scott. It's John Williard. Morning,
John Williard's here. We haven't seen him in forever.
He says, is it that chilly in Joplin where Jen has to wear a flannel?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 63, and it was
Jen's
even
got
cooler this morning.
Hormonal issues. John, I don't know if you realize or not. It's been so long since
I
you've been
know.
here.
You may not know this.
She's knocked up.
I'm pregnant, yeah.
She's in the family way. So the hormones are like, and yeah.
So I've been very cold as it is, but it was mild this morning,
I was
think.
wearing that shirt earlier this week.
I know you
Not
were.
that one, but one like that.
No, it was this exact shirt. I stole it out of your closet.
Is it a St. John's Bay?
Yeah.
Is it really?
No. No, it's not.
Okay. Did anybody say Joy?
No one has said Joy. Hey, Jen, do you know who Lucy Darling is?
No.
No, I don't know who that is. Who's Lucy Darling? Greg says it's Christmas out here.
Yeah, it is a little.
Okay, that is
63.
dramatic, Greg.
It is. I agree with him.
63 is not Christmas. You got to invert the numbers. 36.
That's ridiculous.
That would be.
That's dangerous weather right there. Miranda.
That's a little more Christmassy.
Last name.
Frederick's got a boatload of acorns, by the way.
Which Frederick knows about cold weather. He lives in Sweden.
Is it cold there right now?
Oddly enough, where he lives, I think most of the time when I've asked him about the weather, it's very similar to what we have here.
Oh, really?
Very reflective, I think, yeah.
Mid-60s, low 60s right now. John says, consequently, my sympathies are with you, Randy.
Thank you. Which I've already named her child for her, John, being that I am the genius at naming babies that I am.
Tell them what it is. So, okay, all my kids have W names, okay, mind you, so we want to stick with the W theme.
Mm-hmm.
And so Randy has named my child.
Hubris Wiggle Fritz Cahoots. And I did not mispronounce it there at the beginning. It's WH, WHUBRIS. So hubris. You got to hubris. It gives you time to practice before you have to say it. And then Wiggle Fritz Cahoots, of course, goes right in there with that. But it's the perfect W baby name. Perfect. Perfect.
When is the show with Cassie Joy?
It's September 26th. It's the same night as the Brothers Osborne show.
Yeah, 1 week from today.
Now, I will tell you, if you've not been to the Cornell Complex, it's a really, really nice, intimate, small venue. But the way that they have the theater set up with the seats going up, there's a balcony and everything. But it's like you're right there with them.
Well, this isn't inside the Cornell Center. It's the green outside the Cornell
Are they doing it outside?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the green outside the Cornell Center.
So now that's where they
specifically what it's
literally
called.
open up the back of the place, isn't it?
I'm not sure, to be honest
I'm
with you.
pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I've not seen one of these shows yet, but I remember when they were building the place, how were they explaining how the outdoor venue would work, where they open it up. Ought to be pretty impressive.
She's a comedian magician. I think you would get a kick out of her. Her actual name is Carissa Hendricks. Lucy Darling. I'll check her out.
Okay.
John says yes on W's.
See? He knows.
Well, he's
Everybody
Williard,
recognizes
of course.
the geniusness of that name that I have given her child.
And it's a little girl, by the way.
To make sense with a name like Hubris, it wouldn't be a boy.
How can you tell? I feel like I could
How
go
can
either
you not
way.
tell? It's like saying Mary. That's a girl's name.
Is it?
Hubris is a girl's name.
Again,
It's
it sounds
obvious.
pretty...
It's obvious.
Obvious. All right, I'm killing this song. We're going to go after
Kill it. Stab it with a knife,
into the
Jen.
news. Melissa says, I went to see a magician from America's Got Talent at the Cornell Complex. I love magicians. I think they're so cool. My friends had a magician at their wedding, and it was so fun.
Okay.
Did you get everything in there?
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're done with that.
Okay. Nope, I need this
And
one.
that's all of the winners now. Well,
Why did that not go? Are we missing somebody?
no, I'm trying to see. Nobody is saying, texting, or putting the word joy up.
Nope.
It'd be an awesome evening. especially if you don't have anything else planned for that evening. We couldn't get them on the air, away on the air, because we were doing the promotion for the Brothers Osborne show. But we thought we would make this set of tickets available to you guys. The tickets are here at the studio. You just have to come pick them up. But we need you to put the word joy in the comments if you want to go. Joy. She's really a good vocalist. She's really a good singer.
I mean, she got 4 chairs turned on the voice.
Yeah,
Great.
so she's really, pretty impressive. She's just relatively unknown right now. But I promise you it would be a good show.
Yeah. 2 daughters and 1 granddaughter. You miss having a boy. She's actually, so it's kind of funny. My dad had all girls, and then his last kid was a boy. All of his grandkids are boys except for my daughter. So this will be his second granddaughter.
Tina, I will tell you this. I will not count these against you. Right now, it's set up in the system where it does. But if you win, we will remember and we will override so that you can win both.
Definitely.
I would not count these against you.
Kenda says, I'm too far to go. Joy. Do you want to go, Kenda?
Did she say that?
Yeah, over on TikTok.
Oh, she's too far to go. Are you too far to go?
That sounds so fun. Melissa, a masquerade ball. When is it? It's a week from today, Kenda.
It's Friday, next Friday night.
Here in Joplin.
It's right across, it's right there on 7th Street, right by the downtown area, right before you get to Main Street. It's right in front of the, is that Memorial Hall? Yeah, Memorial Hall. What used to be Memorial Hall. They're still trying to decide what to do with that. Marshfield address. I don't know what that means, Kendra. Marshfield address.
You mean you have a Marshfield address?
Or are you asking, is the concert at a Marshfield address? I don't know what you're asking.
I'm pretty sure she's in Marshfield now.
Some extra cash. Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections, and they're paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today. LibertyTreeGuns.com. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310 for Newstalk KZRG. I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 85, increasing clouds, a low near 65 tonight, rain in low 80s for Saturday and Sunday. Monday, more rain, a high near 85.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing some clouds over the 4 states.
62 in Seneca, 63 in Pittsburgh, 64 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're wanting to know, what do you do to waste the time, to spend the time while you're sitting on the toilet? Do not call and say grunt profusely.
Yeah, please don't do that. But here's the deal.
Because I've already done it.
We all do this. We all sit on the toilet for extended periods of time. Sometimes it happens.
This new study shows that we spend a good portion of our life on the toilet.
Like a third of our lives.
Yeah, so what do you do to waste time while you're sitting on the toilet?
623-1025 to call or text.
We'll just call it toilet tasking.
Toilet tasking. That's a good way to phrase it.
Here's Chris Young and Kane Brown.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Tina says she will do it. Tina, go ahead and give us a call. I think I've got your info.
I think we've already got Tina's stuff.
Let me check and see. Let me see if you're in here, Tina.
Phone's ringing.
I'm doing
Both
this
lines
right
are ringing.
Let me do this. Where, Tina Randolph? I don't see a Tina Randolph. Nope, I don't have you in the system. So, Tina, give us a call so we can get your info. Hi there, Morning KIX. Hello.
This is Curtis McKee.
Yeah, Curtis, what can we do for you?
Oh, I was calling in response to the radio.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you do when you're on the toilet to pass the time?
Curtis, are you there? This is what we were talking about earlier.
Hello?
Yes.
He's still there.
Hey, what?
I am.
Curtis, are you going to talk to us?
I'm still here.
Okay.
What can we do for you, Curtis?
Good God. This is what I was talking about. They don't know how to talk on the phone. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Oh, my God.
What?
Jen says Jen says she spends a third of her life on the
Okay, hold on. No.
She poops
Wait a
big
second.
time.
This is the study. The study that we found says the population, the whole world, all of us spend a third of our lives on the toilet. It's not just a Jen
in
thing.
the bathroom. In the bathroom. In the bathroom, not
In the
specifically
yes.
on the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh! I know one thing. You know what really peeves me about people and toilets?
What?
People that don't flush
Ew.
after you in public places, and you go to McDonald's or some of these places where some of these kids are working, and they'll go in there on their cell phones, and you need to go, and you can't go because they're in there on their whole break on their cell phone. You can hear them go. Beep, beep, beep,
No, I was at a gas station the other day, and this poor girl was in the bathroom losing her life, and she was on speakerphone in the bathroom having a conversation while using the restroom. I was like, "What are we doing?"
Okay, so it's not nearly as much on the toilet as we spend in the
good, thank
bathroom.
goodness.
240 days. By the time you're 79, you will have spent 240 days of your life
Okay.
on the toilet.
Okay. That's not as bad.
That's pretty bad. This is on a website that is called the Green Gobbler Toilet Clog Remover Service. They have this study done.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for calling, ma'am.
Have a good one.
You betcha.
Tina, need you to call.
Sorry, that could have been her on the other line. That
Oh,
could be
was
right.
it calling there? Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Hey, I'm calling to throw my grandson under the bus.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, do it. What happened?
What's he do?
When he goes to the bathroom, he has to take his Nintendo Switch with him because he said he can concentrate and play better.
You know, it's because he's pushing so hard.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
it pushes the concentration, the brain power more to the front. You can feel it. Sometimes I think my eyeballs are going to pop out, so I get
Randy.
that totally.
Gross.
Thanks
Have a great
for
day.
calling. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
This is Tina.
There's
Hi, Tina.
Okay, Tina, give me your phone number. Okay.
Oh, that would be why. Okay.
That figures it. Hold on.
Because I thought for sure we had you in there.
Let me cancel this and try to do it again.
John says Curtis needs to stop day drinking. Yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah,
was.
no kidding. Okay, yeah, I got all your info. Then all you have to do is just come by and pick these tickets up from our office here sometime over the next week and enjoy the show. And if you win the Silver Dollar City tickets, you just make sure it's with us. And because they're going to be given away all day long. And I don't think they would even see that you had broken the rule. But we'll override that, okay?
Yeah, you'll be good.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Have a great time.
Enjoy the show, Tina.
Bye.
John says, get off the pot. My gastroenterologist suggests 15 grams of fiber daily. Metamucil is a wonder, neat and clean. Morning, one size fits most.
Okay, let's see what else is on here. So Jen's got me into watching other people playing video games.
You're welcome.
Can't believe this is where my life is now. But
Very
I will
welcome.
say, now the one she had pointed out to me, I watched that guy who did the pool part.
Queso. I love queso.
He's fun. He is great. But I found someone way better and way more like my mentality.
Yeah, this is more your style.
And it's called, what's the name of the page called?
It's like Let's Game or...
Let's Game This or something. Let me go here. I can find it real quick. It's on YouTube, of course. It's called Let's Game It Out.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, oh my gosh, he's as twisted as I am. Because what he does is he goes in and he plays not just one game, but a wide variety of sim games. Now, he does have like where he's taken a sim game and he's done multiple episodes. As he'll spend an hour destroying that game. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine highs near 85 today. It is 64 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weekend's forecast in 15 minutes. But we're wanting to know, how much time do you spend Or no, what do you do?
No. Don't tell us how much time you spend on the
Please
toilet. We
do
don't need
not.
to know all
Please
that.
do not.
We just want to know what you do when you are spending time on the toilet.
So I looked it up. You know, we had said you spend a third of your life in the bathroom.
In the bathroom,
In the
yes.
bathroom, not on the toilet. And I'm like, that's an awful lot. What are you eating that you spend a third of your
Well, I'm
life?
going to avoid all of that.
So I looked up, and the study says that at one poop per day at 12 minutes each would be 4,380 minutes a year, or 73 hours a year.
Whoa. 12 minutes of poop?
Well, yeah.
What?
I mean, if there's not enough fiber in your diet,
Oh,
it could
my
be.
Lanta.
So the average life expectancy is 79 years. So multiply 73 hours by 79, you get 5,767 hours. That's around 240 days.
So, it's still less than a year that you spend on the toilet
so
of your
what
life.
do you do to kill time while you're in there?
623-1025 to call or text.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Warren Ziders.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So anyway, I watched this guy, and he takes any sim game that he can find.
When you say sim game, are you talking about the people sim or like simulation games?
Well, he does that sim game, but simulation games.
Okay.
So like airport simulation, city planner simulation, zoos, roller coasters,
Water parks, which is what I'm watching Queso
home
do.
renovation. There's one he did a home renovation that is just insane. He did this one that is set in the Middle Ages, where you build a community in the Middle Ages.
Oh, that's cool.
Any of these games where you simulate real life or something like that, he goes in, and his objective is not to be successful in the game, only as much as so that he can do his own thing, which is push the game to its limits. So normally, like, let's say within the home renovation game, they restrict you from building within this certain area that the house is in that you've been assigned to do the renovation. Well, he finds a way through the coding, like he stacks tables on top of each other until it gets right up to the barrier. And then he found he could scoot the bottom of that over and then move over into like the neighbor's yard.
There you go.
And so he spent one whole episode redecorating every house in the neighborhood except for, so he moves stuff into those houses utilizing this method.
Yeah.
So there's tables going everywhere. And on the very top of them is like, say, a couch or a TV or something, for that other house. It's insane. And he's hilarious, too. So he did this one for a zoo where he takes every animal and he elevated the terrain. You could raise the terrain up.
Right.
Well, he wanted to see how high he could put it. So it's like thousands of feet above the ground, almost up in space. And he builds this plateau, puts all the animals up there, and then he creates a hole in the middle of that so all the animals fall down on all the guests. Stuff like that. And it's very well edited, so it's very rapid fire. You're not waiting for him to do all this stuff. That frequently says 23 hours later, and then shows the result of whatever he was working on. So it's pretty awesome. I will say I've gotten addicted to that right now.
See, I prefer without the edits. I don't want that snap. I want to see everything that happens.
Some
which is what Queso
of
does.
them, Queso does that. Krusty does that. But some of them, I'm like, okay, come on, get on with it already. Let's get to the payoff.
Oh, Frederick would like you to send him the link.
Okay. Here, I'll just put it up here. I'll put it right up here in the comments for everybody because it really is hilarious.
He's his power wash simulator.
Where is their share?
He does it with Roadcraft. What is Roadcraft? I don't know that one. Like Queso is the main streamer I watch. I also watch Julian on Twitch. But Queso does a lot of horror games and then a lot of different kind of simulators. Like he's run a gas station, he's run a supermarket, he's done Dress to Impress, which was how I found him.
Yeah. Okay, here is. Oh my gosh. I just copied the link and it didn't copy it. Thank you, YouTube.
But Randy pulled up this one for me the other day, specifically the zoo one that he's talking about there. And he made this really tiny enclosure for giraffes and then put a boatload of giraffes in
like
it.
100 giraffes in this little bitty, and they turned into this.
And they turned into like a monster because there's no
hydra.
space for it to go anywhere. And so it was like giraffe body with like 100 heads in every direction.
And then they all began dying. Dorinda put her last 3 paintings in the group chat.
Fabulous.
There it is. I put the link up there.
Roadcraft is a game where you have to rebuild and renovate roads so that the convoys with material can reach their destination.
Okay, now he would take something like this and he would create, like, there was a city planner one where he was creating roads. He makes the most twisty, builds them all up into the sky, because a lot of the time the designers of these games, their only focus is on making the game functional for what its base usage would be. But in the meantime, they don't realize that they're creating all these openings for like overpasses that are up in space and things, you know, and he does those things.
Yeah.
So he took on his city, their water supply is a river that goes by. Well, he made all the sewers dump into the,
Ew.
and then he flooded the whole town with sewage, you know, and things like that. It's just amazing to watch.
So Roadcraft sounds like a bridge simulation game that I saw where you're a bridge builder and you've got to make bridges to connect the two different sides, and you've got like a set amount of money and things.
He did one that was a gas station. It was a roadside gas station. It's old dilapidated place that you get left to you by some relative who has died, and you're supposed to turn it around, make it profitable.
Right.
Well, traffic comes by. Well, he blocked the traffic so that there was this huge 150 car pileup. Well, then he discovered that when he was sweeping, you have to clean up trash with the broom.
Yeah.
That you can also shove the cars into infinity. So they just go off spinning out into nowhere with this broom. And you had to pick up piles of dirt that are left around the parking lot. He could dump those and bury some of the cars. He could pick the locks to the trunk and get inside the trunk and be driven out of the game. Literally
He likes
would
to
shut
find
the game.
loopholes
Yes.
and things.
And it's amazing to watch all these because the behaviors are never, it's never what the game developers intended. But it just shows their lack of foresight into really exploring all of the available options for their game.
Sure.
You shouldn't be able to do these things. But it's because the developer did not think of it. You know, I noticed he's never done Grand Theft Auto, because I feel like Grand Theft Auto, their designers do go through and say, okay, what can you do and what can you not do? And certain things they will allow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fly up and land on a cloud in Grand Theft Auto and then change your person, to a tank.
To a deer?
Yeah, to a deer or something. That's hilarious. Have you seen that where the deer?
I sent it to you.
Oh, was it you that did that?
That was me that sent it to
Okay,
you.
whatever. A deer that takes over the car, and it looks hilarious because the deer's head's poking up out of the car.
And his body just like...
So obviously they did not explore that one fully.
Right. At 24 seconds.
It's better than anything's on TV right now.
Yeah, that's true.
During dinner last night, we watched the home renovation episode with, what's his name, and even my wife was busting a gut laughing.
Yeah.
It's
They're
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, high near 85. It is 64 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for the weekend in about 6 minutes. But we're talking about your toilet task.
Yeah, when you are on the toilet doing your thing, what do you do to pass the time?
623-1025. Because we were just going over some of these hours, it's shown that you spend as much as 249 days of your life on the toilet.
Which is a little over half a year, right?
Yeah. So what do you do to waste time while you're in there doing the thing you have to be in there for? 623-1025.
You can call or text or tell us on Facebook.
What do you do to toilet task?
I bought a car.
You bought a car while you were on the bathroom? I'm assuming on the internet, right? Not on the phone?
Both.
Hey, why not? I mean, you found it on the internet and you thought, here I sit all brokenhearted, came to buy a car and only...
Randy, stop that.
What do you do to waste time while you're on the toilet?
I like to play fetch with my dog. He brings me the ball when I'm sitting on the toilet. It's like he knows it's the only time I can't go anywhere.
You're going to play with me no matter what.
That's right. That's what he says. He brings it to me and he drops it basically in my lap. So I have to make sure I keep my legs closed.
Well, yeah.
He's like forceful about it.
No matter how rough the process is, you're going to play fetch.
Yep.
Captive audience.
What do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet?
Well, it's kind of like this. I go in there, turn my radio up as loud as I can possibly hear it, and I go in and sit on the toilet, and I listen for somebody to say, I need caller number 5.
So you say you're doing it to try to win something.
It's actually to cover up the sounds of the screaming.
Wait a minute. Are you calling us from the bathroom right now?
No, that's over and done with. The reason I'm sitting there, because every time I get the busy signal, I say,
And it just triggers something, right?
It triggers something that's irreversible.
That awesome morning kicks is a natural laxative.
You're welcome. What do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet?
623-1025 to text or tell us yours.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
Frederick says he has a nice voice, too, and it makes it cool to watch.
Yeah, he
Thanks
does
for the
have a
link.
pretty good voice. It's a little overcompressed, but that's okay. He's got a nice, deep, resonant voice, and he's got a pretty good sense of humor. He does one with the actual Sims game where he traps all of the, what do you call those, NPC people?
Yeah.
They're called NPCs, where the game creates characters for you to interact with. Now, there is a version of Sims that is online that you play against other people from all over the world. I don't recommend that. It's very addictive. It can become a problem.
Yeah.
But with the essential game itself, your job is to create friendships and interactions with the NPC people that are in your world.
That was weird. You see me? I went to go push on my glasses. I'm not even wearing glasses.
That's neat.
That was weird.
So what he does is he traps them all in this house in this little hallway designed to where they can't move or anything, and leaves them in there for an extended period of time until they begin to die from lack of food, lack of sleep, and just general time. I mean, they all turn gray-haired and everything. And while they're in there, the walls are glass so that everybody can see inside. And then he does paintings of them. It's just insane. It's crazy.
That's the video that we watched this morning. That was pretty good. So is that what you were watching last night, you said, with dinner?
Yeah, well, no, we did the home renovation one, which was pretty funny. So one of his favorite things to do is find the boundaries of the game world.
Yeah.
And then try his best to get out of that. So he'll do weird things. Usually the barrier wall that you run into, that stops you, only goes so high.
Right.
And I didn't realize that, but he will find something he can construct to try to see how high it can go, and then see if he can go over and run off the game. He literally ran off the graphics on one of the games.
That's
that
crazy.
Middle Ages ones I was watching. He ran and the graphics just begin to disappear, and it's just his character running out in black space.
Did it crash the game?
Eventually, it did crash the game, but not before he was able to build a house and set up some of a community out there floating around in the middle of space.
Of course.
The zoo game has a deal where you can literally go below ground. You can dig tunnels and caves and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So he built a whole underworld with a train down there and a whole zoo that's underground and everything, and then trapped the people down there with the animals, and they begin to get eaten by the this zoo game has a number of the NPC characters are protesters. So he found a way by putting a baby animal. The protesters are attracted to the baby animals. So they will come over with their signs and everything and stand outside the cage of the baby animal. And they will gravitate towards that while everybody else goes to something else. So he created a trap by the baby animal's cage, so that when protesters came over, they were funneled down underground into this prison. Oh, and speaking of prisons, there's another episode that he did of this same game where he built the zoo to look just like a penitentiary.
Oh, God.
And it looks just like a prison. And just because he could.
Right.
And it's crazy. He puts them on solitary island cells and stuff all within the prison. And just the creativity of this guy to find different ways to push the game's envelope is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can tell he spends hours, probably weeks on each episode.
I watched KIX last night, and then that was about it. We were busy again last night.
Yeah.
Beans had dance again, and the kids don't have school today, and so a lot of the neighbor kids were outside playing and things like that after dance, and some of them actually came over and knocked on the door to ask if the kids could come and play. Here's the deal.
It's so nice to have kids in your neighborhood.
This is the first time in their lives they've ever had this, ever. And I love that for them, because that's what I grew up having. I lived on a cul-de-sac, and there were so many kids everywhere, and you could always go outside and play with somebody. And now they can finally do that. So their friend knocks on the door last night. Me being pregnant, I don't move quite the way I used to. I'm getting up off my chair. I pulled a muscle. I don't know what muscle it is. The one that connects like your leg to your torso.
Yeah.
What do you call that? Your pelvic muscle there. I don't know what it was, but I pulled it, my hip, And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot suddenly move.
So you do realize that during the pregnancy that your pelvic floor expands over
Everything
time.
expands and relaxes and loosens. And yes.
So there could be some of that's affecting that.
Yes. And so I'm like hobbling over to the door and I'm like, if this is another solar panel salesman, so help me, because we get those a lot in my neighborhood.
We, one of my best friends lived a mile from my house, which was very close to us because we didn't have neighbors, right by us. They were all like, our nearest neighbors were about a half a mile away. But he lived just good biking distance that we could go down and spend the day playing, or something, or they could come to our house. And all the time. I had one friend that lived not too far from us that all the time he would tap on my window at like 2:30 in the morning, and I'd be like, what are you doing? And he'd wake me up and we'd sneak out and we'd go to the creek and go swimming or something in the middle of the night. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Why we didn't get snake bit, I don't know.
And how old were you?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did. More than one.
Yeah, but not from that.
And how old were you doing this?
12, 13, 14.
Yeah. I asked because one of the neighbor boys has figured out which window is the boys. And so I walked by his room the other day and I heard him whispering to someone and I kind of peeked my head in.
Oh, he's hearing the voices.
And then there was one little boy at the window and they were through the window.
All the time.
What are you doing?
So my bed was right by the window. I mean, I could lay and the bottom of the window was right there, and so he frequently would have conversations with me while I was laying in bed, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, sure.
But we didn't have phones and stuff, so that was the way, if we wanted communication.
Yeah, the stream is way behind on Facebook, Frederick. It is most consistent on Twitch.
Twitch or YouTube.
And then YouTube after that. But Twitch is pretty well, exactly in time. Yeah, Christy, I'm the same way. I hurry up and do my business and then I get out of there. So, yes, I pulled a muscle in my leg last night just trying to go and answer the door. And thankfully, it was not a solar panel salesman. It was a little girl asking kids to play.
So Frederick, he's wondering if he should ever stream on Facebook. Facebook does not want you to stream. I really believe they are trying to discourage live streaming on their channel. They're wanting people to go to short form video. They're trying to move everything to reels.
Yeah.
They really make it difficult to have a good experience streaming on their platform. I think it's a waste of time.
I think Twitch and YouTube are still the top two for streaming.
YouTube, definitely. YouTube is the number one video social media platform right now. And Twitch makes it super easy. They are probably the most accommodating, but YouTube is the best reach tool for streaming.
Whew.
So do you have big plans the weekend? Of course, a reminder to everybody that the downtown area is going to be blocked off tomorrow starting at around 7 a.m. till as late as 4 p.m. Probably be open before that, but because of that James River Church thing, that's the Hope in the City thing going on down there. I won't be at that, won't be able to be at that because I have a nephew that is coming in for the cross-country meet that's happening tomorrow at MSSU. He's one of the top runners in the country. You've heard me talk about him before, but I said her friend was coming in to stay. I was wrong. It's her sister. Her sister's coming in tonight and spending the night with us so that they can go over and watch that together.
Cool. So you've got a family kind of weekend going on.
Yeah. So we'll be doing a lot with that and spending most of the day together. I plan to spend a little bit of time rehearsing because I have a new song to do Sunday. We're not going to do it. I know we won't do it, but the plan is to do it. But I know what'll happen.
Right.
It'll be changed last minute, as it always is. Really makes practice and rehearsal a moot point.
Right. What's the point of it? So this weekend, we've got a doubleheader for soccer. So the boys got a game, and then he's filling in for the other U12 team. And then Beans has a bonfire for her dance company that she dances with.
That's all tomorrow?
And that is all tomorrow. So we are going to be busy. And then soccer practice on Sunday. And then we read every Sunday night with Grandma on FaceTime. So we'll do that with her. And
so I plan to spend some time this weekend trying to facilitate this. I have my neighbors that are across the street from us are building something in their backyard.
Okay. What are they building?
I don't know. It's driving me insane.
Well, how do you know they're building something?
Well, because they've had track hose going in and out of there. So their house sits right here, and they've got a fence all the way around, but the gate is right there next to the back of the house. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Here's Walker Hayes
on KIX 102.5. So their house sits here, and the gate to their backyard is right here, and there's been stuff going in and out. They had this huge pile of chat gravel, right in front of their house that the track hose been coming and getting and taking back there. So it's got to be something with concrete. I have seen their backyard before. So when they first built the house after the tornado, this is a relatively newer house. When they first built it, and it was still construction being done, it's right across the street. So we went over and walked through it, looked at it, the floor plan and everything. And it's really nice. It's kind of compact, kind of like mine is, but it's got a lot in that compact space. And there's a big, nice deck off the back with a stairway that goes down to the backyard. So it's got to be something in the yard. I'm thinking a pool. It's got to be a pool, right?
Maybe. But why would you wait until after summer to get the pool?
Cheaper? I don't know.
Maybe.
That is a good question. A lot of in-ground pool owners that I know, for some reason, always have their pool built in the fall. Most of the in-ground pool owners that I know had it built.
I wonder why.
Late summer in the fall. I don't know.
Maybe they're getting a new screened-in back porch. I actually have a friend who's doing that right now.
I don't know how they would do that. Where would they do that?
If they've got room for a pool, then they've got to have room for a porch or whatever.
Just out there by itself? I mean, because of the deck and everything, the way that the house is built, how would you... It would not be attached to the house if they were going to do that.
I don't know.
Now, they do have, underneath the deck is the entrance to the basement, but they've got like a concrete pad there under the deck, right there.
Well, maybe they're just screening in the deck. That could be an option.
You don't screen in a deck with chat gravel.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's got to be something concrete. It's driving me insane not knowing what it is. So here's my deal.
Okay.
Okay, because of where I live, there is no hill on my side. I mean, I'm up a little bit.
Yeah.
My house is up above the level that this house is on. So across the street, it comes up, and that's where my house is. But not enough that I can see over the fence. I can see a little bit. So I can see when the tractor's over there. I can see it above the fence, but I can't see what they're doing down there, and it's driving me insane. I want to know what they're building.
Do you see a pile of dirt or anything?
I can't see. No, I can't see.
You need to go peek. Why haven't you peeked?
Well, I'd have to walk into their yard or into the other neighbor's yard. I don't know how to fix this. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine, a high near 85. It is 64 in Joplin.
Friday edition of the Morning KIX Takeover is getting ready to kick off in just 16 minutes.
So go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But we've been talking about your toilet tasking.
Yeah, when you're on the toilet doing your business, what do you do to pass the time?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
What do you do when you're on the toilet to waste time?
I spend my time getting away from the nagging from the wife while I'm on the john.
Yeah, that's a job in and of itself. Sometimes that's the only alone time a dad can have.
Yeah, you got it.
Don't worry, she loves the peace and quiet too.
She can come to the door and talk to you through that.
What do you do to pass the time when you're in the bathroom?
Well, I was in my old house and it was starting to get really bad.
Yeah.
So I was on the toilet looking for new houses, and that's when I bought my new house.
Can you do that? Can you actually buy a house while you're on your phone?
You know, Zillow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zillow. I didn't think of that.
I was on there, and I was like, well, I need to find a new house. I wasn't expecting to buy it on the toilet.
Well, I guess you just saw a bargain.
And then when things started to move, there wasn't nothing you could do to stop it. I've experienced that.
It said buy now, so I went, well, today's the last day to try to buy it, so I decided to buy it.
I cannot believe the number of people who have bought houses while going to the restroom.
Yeah, this seems to be a thing.
That's crazy to me.
And don't go on those real estate sites when you're on the toilet. You'll
just
buy a
avoid them.
house. What do you do to waste time when you're on the toilet?
Contemplate what kind of craziness the day is going to ensue and what I'm going to instill in it.
That's very telling that apparently he is a morning bathroom user because he's speculating on his day and what's going to happen for him.
You know, we've proven time and time again that the most poop happens in the morning. Based on this show.
Clearly.
Yeah. What do you do to waste time when you're on the toilet?
I watch NCIS.
Thank goodness for that streaming TV, right?
Right, yeah. That's what I do, just watch Netflix.
And it's the best place in the world to do it, too. There's like no interruptions from anybody.
That's true.
Wait a minute. My question is, how long are you in the bathroom for to see a whole episode?
It's a process.
He comes back to that part of the show where he left off many times, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah, either that or you need more fiber.
Right.
What do you do to waste time when you're on the toilet?
623-1025 to call or text.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Potty pup, Megan says.
So I don't know how to see into their backyard without being a just total creep about it.
Do you know these people?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
So you can't just go over and be like,
Hey, I want to see in your backyard. Yeah. Which would be weird in and of
would be
itself.
weird.
No.
What are you doing back there?
So I'm thinking maybe if I go to the east and go up a street, there might be a point where I could see over, because of the terrain, the way
Aren't
it
there
falls
houses
away.
on that side?
Yeah.
So you're still going to be fiddling
There's
around
a whole
with
other
someone's
backyard,
yard, right?
Yeah. And there is another house up there that's got a backyard. I kind of know. I know they have a pool, that they built a pool in their backyard. And I've kind of seen it. I would like to see it better.
You should invest
Maybe
in
I should
stilts.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I should carry a step stool or something. Step
stool, though, could be suspicious. If you're just, you could just say that you have a new
carrying it down the
hobby.
street. Carrying a step stool down the street.
That could be
Stilts aren't
strange.
suspicious at all?
No, because people, I don't know, that's a hobby some people have. There's that whole guy that plays for the Savannah Bananas, and he's on stilts.
Yes, I do live in Canada, Frederick, and I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, I don't know what to do to be able to get a view. I'm thinking maybe a drone. If I had a drone, I don't have a drone. If I knew somebody that had a drone, get Ty to come over and yeah, he wouldn't think that was weird at all, would he? Hey, I need to see into my neighbor's backyard. Yeah, true. Frederick says YouTube shut him down 3 times due to copyright claims, and he's had to fight them because he has rights for those 3 songs. So now he doesn't use music, which is what their goal is. They don't want you to use music at all. We run into the same thing all the time with YouTube. At Twitch, you can always do live with music, but cut it out for the videos on demands.
Yeah.
Which music is a big part of what we do. But I've seen other people that have had just huge battles, even though they proved that they have rights to the songs. So we just, our concern, luckily we could care less about the monetization.
Right.
Right now. Yeah, I really, really would like to have a drone.
But you can't lose it like you did the GoPro.
Bryson, can you not climb on your roof and see over the fence?
Oh, golly, that's smart.
Oh.
You just climb up there to check out the new roof.
I've been up there quite a bit over the past couple of weeks because of the roofing and everything, but
if that's not tall enough, put the ladder on the roof.
No, that's insane.
And then you can see it.
That's asking for a death to happen.
If you put it right on the apex.
Yeah, right at the very peak and climb, you're insane.
That could work.
Yeah, I'd like to see you do that.
Just have Gina hold the ladder for you.
Sure. Gina,
I'm in a family way. I can't be on ladders right now.
So I didn't notice whether I could see into their backyards or not from the rooftop because they weren't doing construction
Because you're not a creepy neighbor. That's a good thing.
Right. So, but now I'm definitely going to have to climb on the roof and see, Bryson. That's a good idea. I knew you guys would be able to figure it out for me.
Yeah.
Because I've got to know. I mean, I have to sleep at night, so I need to know. I thought about going over there late at night.
That's so weird.
I do know they have motion detected lights.
Good.
I don't know if they have cameras or anything, but they have lights that I see come on. So this is the family that, okay, they're not directly across from me. They're across from me and over to the left. So one house over. So kind of catty corner from my house. The mom, there's something wrong with her. Okay, so every time she comes home, she carries whatever it is she does for work or stuff in the trunk. So she will open the trunk of her car when she gets home and she will get her stuff out and go inside. Leave the trunk standing wide open, full of stuff. I've seen her leave that open for over 9 hours. I mean, we literally sit there and timed it one time.
She was really hoping someone would rob her.
She does this like
please
every
take this.
single
I can't do it anymore. Take it away
day.
from me.
And she will leave the trunk standing wide open. People will come and go, and the car still sits there in their driveway. And they have like 6 cars, and the driveway holds like 2. So they park in the yard.
Frederick said the same thing.
For that, Randy needs a ladder with him up on the roof. He's too short to see over the
You're funny, Frederick. I thought you were Canadian, not comedian.
I mean, if they ask you what you're doing, just say you're bird watching, Megan says.
Yes. I've got it.
Oh, or Jimmy says, tell them you're looking for your dog.
Good idea, Jimmy. I've got a really, really good set of binoculars, too.
Mhm.
So.
Well, you're going to have to do this weekend and then come back on Monday and tell
I am
us what it
doing
was.
that probably this evening. Oh, and go to their house and look for the dog. Say, just letting you guys know I'm over here looking for my dog. I'm not peeking into your house or trying to
No.
stare at you.
Don't tell them I'm not peeking into
Kids.
your house. Don't do
I'm
that.
not looking at anything like
ask-
that. I'm not trying to find your vulnerable areas
Right.
of
Ew,
your
that's a
property.
weird phrase.
Well, everybody's got vulnerable areas. Here's mine.
This weekend, also, we've got soccer and we've got dance party and all this good stuff. I also want to, 1, fix our toilet, and then 2, install our new Google camera that we have.
Oh, you bought a Google camera.
Well, we inherited this one.
Okay. At least you didn't buy it because Google
No.
Nest stuff is going out. Google is already beginning to drop support around Nest
Well,
items.
we have a Nest in our house, and I hope it doesn't go out because I love it.
They're gradually.
It came with the house.
Yeah.
And then Grandma could not figure out how to use her Google Assistant thing.
Yeah.
And so she gave us her entire system. And then one of Kyle's bosses was retiring. She lives like down the street from us. And so she gave us a bunch of stuff. One of the things she gave us was her Google camera, which is like a Ring, but it's Google. And so we've got a place where we can put it. We just got to put
Google
it up.
has announced a termination date, and I think it's in the next 2 years that they will no longer be providing support for Google devices.
Great.
Yep.
Love to hear that.
And it's so hard to get Google. Luckily, it integrates really well with Android, but not real well with Samsung. So smart homes, it's very hard to, you can, but it's hard to get it. So if you're going to do automation, the IoT thing, it's very hard to get Google devices to integrate.
Yeah.
There are some brands that are out on the market that do not integrate well. Unfortunately, Vivint, which is my security company, they're one of them. Now, they do integrate with Google Assistant, but its functionality is a little limited. They don't integrate real well with Smart Things. Samsung Smart Things is really garbage.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Google devices, like I have Ross for my garage door opener, and Google Assistant will integrate with that. It'll see it as a device and everything. But when you want to use like geofencing to have the door open automatically for you, it'll do it. But first it wants to open your phone. You have to open your phone. You have to go to Google Assistant. You have to put in
Which is
a
stupid when you're
code.
driving, yeah.
Then you have to accept it. Then you have to wait for it to open the door. All in that time, you could be hitting your manual remote doing it. So what's the point?
Right.
Stupid engineers. Smart Things will just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Smart Things is about once a month, it loses its functionality because of an update or a change in settings. You have to go reattach the device. It's a whole thing. Eventually, I'm hoping they will get it to where it just works all the time.
Right. And I'm hoping my Google's going to be a little bit easier than that, the camera. But the one thing, we already have a little teeny tiny hurdle. So the people who own the house before us did have a Ring camera. So we have the 2 wires that we need for our
power and your ground.
Yeah. But we need a power adapter for the Google camera.
Oh, it has
to
a
connect the
plug-in?
two. No, it wants us to just get like a, I don't know how to explain it. The wattage is too high.
Okay.
For
so you
it.
got to have a converter.
That thing.
Yep.
I don't know where to get a converter and how to do all that.
We have a number of electrical supply companies here in town.
Okay.
One of them that advertises with us and does a whole ad campaign and everything, you know?
Is it the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think so. They would have that. So what you need to do is take your schematics, all your details, maybe even take the camera down and show them, and they could help hook you up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be your best
You think
bet.
Kinkles would have something?
That's what I was just wondering. I don't know that they might, but I think you'd have better luck at the other place.
Okay.
Now, that's one of the things I like about Vivint. When you get a new device or you buy one of theirs, they send a person to your house as part of that, and they've installed it all for you. I have 2 doorbells. It always amazes me. So our main doorbell is located back over in the left-hand corner on the wall in the rock, and you can barely see it. It's hidden between 2 rocks in the mortar. And nobody ever noticed. Every now and then someone will notice that. And I'm like, how do you not see the one that's right here to the right of the door, the doorbell camera,
right,
with the doorbell on it? So it depends on which one they're going to ring.
Yeah. It's been kind of nice because we don't have the Ring camera up, and so we don't have a doorbell right now. And that's really nice because people can only knock if they want something.
Yeah. Well, inevitably with our camera, it also has a sensor. So whether they ring the doorbell or not, it's going to go off and let us know that someone's at the door.
Yeah.
It's been really nice. I mean, I know when I get a delivery. I know when someone's there, like the incident that we had last week with the roofing company, doing that whole thing. I would have had no clue if it hadn't have been for that doorbell camera.
Frederick says a friend of his uses IFTTT mobile app for geofencing, and it seems to work flawless.
Within me, Ross, I can set up a command within, and I've tried, and what he's talking about, IFTT is if this, then that. That's what that stands for. If this happens, then make this happen. And I've used IFTT command lines before, but Samsung SmartThings does not integrate well with them. You can do an IFTT within Samsung, and it will work. It does work. Most of it works. What I've found is I have to use about half of the stuff on Google Assistant, about half of the stuff on SmartThings. So Google Assistant's what we use when we yell stuff out to our assistant. Hey, turn on the lights. It's going to go through Assistant, not SmartThings. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine, high near 85 today. It is 64 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX Takeover Friday edition starting in just 6 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But we're talking about what you do to waste time when you're having to be on the toilet.
You can call or text to let us know, 623-1025, or tell us on Facebook.
What do you do?
Sit on it backwards and have a bowl of cereal on that back end there.
Oh, that's genius. I love it.
No, why eating on the potty? That is just not sanitary.
It's all part of the process.
It's called multitasking. Short on time, you got to make things work for you.
I mean, it's headed there anyway.
Oh, stop.
You kind of cutting out the middle, man.
No, that's nasty.
There's a built-in table right there.
Do you know that the number of people who don't put the toilet seat down when they flush, and then all those particles and bacteria go flying up into the air, and they're all over the back of the toilet, and he's going to eat his cereal there?
Okay, well, then put the lid down before you flush, or don't flush and leave it, for someone else to flush.
Don't be that guy.
What do you do to waste time when you're on the toilet?
Normally troll my ex because that's what it makes me think of.
Yes, winner.
She wins. She wins. What do you do to waste time when you're sitting on the toilet?
I stare at a picture of Randy.
No, that's
as inspiration.
Well, that might get things moving. I get that.
Yeah, it really does. It scares the out of me.
You're so funny.
What do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet?
I got a squatty potty while I was on the potty.
A what?
What the heck is a squatty potty? I've never even heard of that.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it make sense? It makes perfect sense. Because do you know what I was buying?
What?
Before that, this was like one of those add-on items. You know what I mean? It was the impulse.
Impulse buys, yeah.
Right before you're like, yes, add the cart. Yeah, no. And then I was buying the golden infused, smell good spray.
Now that makes sense. I could see getting that for while you're in the bathroom, and of course you'd be thinking about it.
Poo-poo-ree.
So see, my total was over $50, so shipping was free. I had no self-restraint. None.
Had to get it done. Okay, I just looked it up. The squatty potty. I think I want one of these.
Really? So what is it?
It's a little shelf that your feet sit on, and it raises your knees up into a position that makes the whole it unbinds your lower intestine.
So it's ergonomics.
Yeah, it's the way you're sitting that produces sitting.
Yeah, it makes it easier for you.
Do the thing that you're in there to do. Yeah.
So what do you do to pass the time when you're on the toilet?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So the Internet of Things deal, I found that Google is good for voice commands, but for everything that I want to happen automatically, according to a timer or according to geofencing or anything, I do that through SmartThings.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got devices that are integrated into both management apps.
Yeah.
Google Assistant, SmartThings. And I will connect them to both of those. And then I'll set up routines through both of them. But with Google, all the routines are all voice command ones.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to do well with the ones at 2 o'clock this afternoon, do this. It'll miss those a lot of the time. And I don't understand why. Samsung seems to do a better job of that. So just got kind of a mixture of all of them.
Yeah.
We've got lights. All of our lights are on. timers and command lines and everything where they happen automatically.
My kids think Randy's house is really cool.
The ones that don't are sensor based. So if you like walk into the garage, the light's going to come on. If you go into the bathroom, light's going to come on. The thermostat is set to change the temperature at various times of the day. We've got it where it warms up before we get up in the morning, but it's very cold at night, and all of those deals. I've even got it where when you walk within a certain distance of the door, it will unlock. If it's me or my wife, no one else. The garage door opens if we get within so far of the house so that it's open by the time we get in the driveway. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? Our water system.
When you're going to bed, you tell it that.
Yeah, we always say, hey, it's bedtime. When I say that, there's like a million things that happen. TV goes off, the lighting all goes down, the outside lights change their brightness, the soffit lighting. We even have the pool pump was on this, where it could turn it on and off at different times or whenever we tell it. And the temperature adjusts. Bedside lamp comes on, the main lights go off, all these things that happen as a result of this. Because my goal is, by the time I retire, I don't ever want to have to move. I want to be able to sit and everything just happens,
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a maintenance-free home where the exterior, I never have to paint. About the worst I would ever have to do is mow. And I'm actually looking at getting some of those robot mowers.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen them work before.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Pretty amazing. My only problem is I'd have to have multiple ones.
Yeah.
I'd have to have one for the front, one for the back, either that or I have to get up and move it. And that kind of, do I want to move it? And the idea behind the mower is that you leave it in its position and it runs every single day. And it literally will go through and track where grass has grown and will just trim that particular area so it's always pristine and perfect.
They're very smart.
Yes. It never lets the grass get above a certain height.
That is nice.
And they're not. I mean, they're expensive, but they're not that expensive.
500?
Oh, they're a little more than that.
800?
Yeah, they started around 800. But considering, like we have a robot vacuum that every day does the house, and I fight with that thing on an ongoing basis. We've already picked out the one we're going to replace it with when it finally bites the dirt. But I got to say, it's been tough. We've had it 4 or 5 years, and I don't clean it. The original one I cleaned like religiously every single day. This one I clean maybe once a month.
Yeah.
And it's still running, still doing.
All right, so on Monday, we're going to talk about what you love about Monday. Try to find a silver lining. There's got to be something.
We've got to accentuate the positive, minimize the negative. I think if we look hard enough, we can find something about Monday. I mean, you're alive and breathing. That, if nothing else, you've got going on for you. So what is the one thing you can find that you can say you love about Mondays?
Also, Secret Sound at $1,877.50.
And Silver Dollar City tickets up for grabs.
A lot of you have been waiting for those.
Fall Harvest Festival. We're going to give away a lot of these. So we have, 45 tickets?
It's
it's 30 tickets, 15 pair.
Yeah.
15 pair that we're going to be giving away next week, all during the week, all day long. MJ will have them, Brett will have them, we'll have them.
So have a great weekend, and we will see you on...
Don't forget to go like and share our Y'all Ain't Gonna Believe This News video. Please. Like, share, and subscribe to our pages here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.